Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. Today we're going to be looking over at another trio of Planeswalkers. This video is quite delayed. There have been some circumstances at, at home. I'm not exactly going to share them, but I'm going to be a little bit catching up on the delay now. So anyway, we're going to make the best out of this. I'll be honest, I did not exactly get that much practice with this deck, so we're going to see how well we get this one going. So this one is basic Azorius control in the sense, though pretty much our early game plan is literally draw cards, maybe counter something, maybe basically we're buying some early game tempo, but we're trying to set up some early card draw engines. Hopefully we either land the Dovin to stall out our opponent, we land the Teferi to buy us some time. The idea is we want to either land a few good threats, or we clear the board with one of our board wipes and we pave the way. Now it looks like we have very few creatures. Well, we have very few actual creatures. We have one copy of God Eternal Kefnet, 3 copies of Elite Guard Mage, 1 Lyra Dawnbringer. That's it. But we have a few quote-unquote creatures. So let's take a look at these nice split cards that Ravnik has given us. So we have Depose and Deploy. So this one's again early game buying tempo, drawing cards, but later in the game we can use this to create a few creatures. This one's not great, but I'm having 3 copies of this because it buys us some time against creature matchups. We can even, a little bit later, we could just tap one of our own creatures, I suppose. Then Warren early game again buys us some tempo, so this is really more air tempo rather than air control. Later in the game we can create a 4/4 white and blue Sphinx. Very nice combo actually with Teferi Time Raveler. Nice combo. So is the Time Wipe. But otherwise almost everything's an instant. We do have a single Clear the Mind to restart our advantage engine. But otherwise we're not exactly running too many finishers. We have 2 copies of Ixalan's Binding. We have a single copy of Wander just to this one handles the mono red and the Gruul. This one handles the mono red. It handles the Gruul matchup somewhat. So Settle the Wreckage. Basically, you choose your flavor of sweepers. The Clear the Mind is a late addition. I originally had 3 time wipes. This one's a bit of an experiment. I actually had another card I wanted to put in. It would have been very good against the Planeswalker decks. It's over here. Let's see, Settle. Single Combat. Problem is this card is kind of bugged right now, so I can't exactly run this. The bug I was running into was I play this. Okay, so can't cast creature or Planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. So I end my turn, can't cast any. Opponent can't cast any, ends his turn. Comes back to my turn. I can't cast any. That's fine. Opponent goes to opponent's turn. He still can't cast any. It should have ended by then. And when it gets back to my turn, it still hasn't ended. So that's one bug that needs to be kind of fixed before but otherwise I would prefer to have at least 1 copy of Single Combat. I might actually drop a Depose. In fact, I could choose to drop a Depose, put a 3rd time wipe. The wipes are kind of important. Another alternative is, I only thought about this, is that I could also just run Narset. It helps me dig deeper into cards like Time Wipe, Settle the Wreckage. Maybe Settle's not a good choice because this is one card you don't want to telegraph. We're also running 25 lands, running a few Guild Gates because we need to have the multiple colors as soon as possible. Of note are 2 copies of Blast Zone, way to gain some early tempo against mid-range, especially the ones that run Explore. Then we have Mobilize District 1 off. Sometimes just basically like an emergency creature. Yeah, as you can see, I have the full playset of Time Wipes. I guess I could mix it around. If you have Cleansing Novas, those are also good choices. I have a few more copies of Dovin's Veto. 4 copies of Spell Pierce. This is very good anti-Planeswalker tech. But otherwise, there are plenty of options. Basically, I just put in all the cards that kind of act like hate bears. So, well, this one's not really a bear, but this one is very good hate against enter the battlefield triggers. Basically, this hurts the mid-range decks. Tide Taker hurts opponents that try to cast spells on your turn. Kinjali Sunwing also basically hurts aggro and mid-range. So basic mixes, but the problem is that these are all rare. It's also an issue that most control decks have. They tend to run quite a good number of rares. I've actually tried to put some discipline in not run absorb. So we're going to do a quick constructed event. I'm not too convinced that I'm running still not convinced I'm running the right mix. There's so many options in my mind. I just did not have the proper time to test it out. So let's see how well we do. Also, let's turn on the deck list. Yeah, many considerations. Basically, the third Planeswalker slot is a possible consideration. Maybe putting all the time wipes in is a good choice. I've tried testing Reverse Rebuke. That would have been really nice, but I found it to be a bit too slow in the end. So we do draw some cards, but this is scary. I'm gonna keep this, but this deck is preferably a 3-mana hand. So definitely gonna revitalize turn 2. Okay, especially if our opponent's mono red, we're definitely gonna run the revitalize. If we don't hit a land, we're in trouble. Okay, we're in trouble. Officially, we're in trouble. We can still kind of dig out of it with Radical Idea. I prefer to just play Dovin. Dovin lock one down, force our opponent to use their spells on Dovin. Actually, this is a very good anti-mono red tech because they tend to run a lot of instants and sorceries. But it's all for naught if I don't draw a land. I did draw a blink. I could blink something, but I need to dig for that land, so I'm gonna dig for it right now. And no land. Ladies and gentlemen, we're officially in trouble. I need to get 3 running lands. Yeah, this is basically greed at its finest. Fanatical Firebrand. Oh, I would like to draw a Blast Zone. Wizard's Lightning. So we're taking a huge brunt of damage at this point. Under Wizard's Lightning. So these are all live. This is all so a lot of our control cards are kind of late at this point. Nope. Yeah, we basically got a bit too greedy. My other kind of issue is that Elite Guard Mage has a very good effect. It just gums up the 4 card slot quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up just doing another run here. I'm at the point where I have this actually my very first time recording for this deck. I have done some playtests over a few days ago. Yeah, need to be careful. I would have thought that I would have drawn a card, but sometimes it's not meant to be. Okay, I'm definitely willing to keep this one after what happened the last time. I do get some card draw late. Oh, same matchup again. We might be able to veto light up the stage. Well, not this turn though, so that's a problem. So this is the other caveat. You sometimes don't get the right mix of stuff. So we're probably not going to be able to counter this light up the stage. We might counter the next thing that... Oh, skew it. It's not too bad actually. Okay, so we have options. We can revitalize, we can Dovin's Veto. Let's... I'm more likely to hold the Dovin's Veto for something like Experimental Frenzy. Machino Pyromancer's okay. Probably has a follow-up Wizard's Lightning. That seems to be the flavor of the month. Well, if it's Wizard's Lightning, I could actually counter it. You know what? I'll counter it now. Because next turn, I need to... I can just use the Revitalize next turn. And I can scare my opponent a bit by playing Blast Zone. We have all the white in the world. Remote, so Lava Runner, sure. So we're taking 5, gaining back up 3, gain a little more life back. Wizard's Lightning. Okay, let's just redraw the card now. Oh, got Time Wipe too. Okay, so we can Elite Guild Mage, then Time Wipe. This is going to be very interesting. As long as this last card's not an Experimental Frenzy, I'm good. Okay. So I'm willing to let the Guard Mage die, one way or another. Risk factor... Because if I take 4, I go down to 6. I will be taking... I'll go down to 3. I have to decline. Our opponent could just ping me, then skewer, then so I end up taking... Okay. So I lose the Guild Mage, that's okay. So this actually buys me some time. The correct play now is to actually... Well, not Teferi time rather, that just dies. Ixalan's Binding Biashino Pyromancer. Because that's the ones... Well, I already used my Dovin's Veto, but basically... Try to avoid taking too much extra... Risk factor... He's drawing more cards than I am. But I have to be scared that he has running burn spells, so I have to decline. So next turn I can just actually tick up Teferi. Okay, we'll take the hit. Okay.
Let's slow this down.
I could also just bounce it, draw a card, then use Warrant Warden. Oh. I could also... I need to buffer up the choice. It means letting Teferi die. So be it. So opponent... But we might have also... We might have also put ourselves in a position where we're dead also. Yeah. Is that all 4... Yeah, he drew all 4 Wizard's Lightnings. Who would have thought? Oh well, that... Yeah, the buffering the life total is right. If I didn't play the Dovin's Acuity, I would have died anyway. So, yeah, still needing help on that matchup. Actually, if you thought of it... Well, I was 50-50. The Excellence Binding was 50-50. I could have also just binded the... Okay. Yet another 2-card hand. I'm not too convinced. I'll probably just do another run after this, so we're gonna see me lose to... Oh, it's mono green this time. Okay, got Guild Gate. I have to play this now because I need to get white mana soon. And I'm not under any pressure whatsoever, so I can take my time on this one. This is also card draw, but I might want to see what my next mana... Ooh, Naya. Pass, pass. Okay, got our 4 colors. So we got Time Wipe live. We can also deploy end of turn. We actually have choices. We can Blink of Eye if we need to. We can Radical Idea dump. We can withdraw Raptor. Sure. I'm gonna blink because I need the 5th card for Lyra Dawnbringer. That's not it, but I'll play Lyra Dawnbringer now. Let's force our opponent to have removal for this. He will need... Okay, he's playing Ripjaw Raptor again. So... So opponent's playing dinosaurs. I feel... Okay, let's go end it. Okay. Yeah, let's play this now. Basically, one way to stall out the game. I considered adding things like Yasatep, like it's at the very Lasatep plating. Even if I'm not protecting creatures, probably should be, but at the very least, I'm also just protecting myself. That's probably just as important. Let's see. I sincerely doubt our opponent's just gonna... No, he has to play another drop. Luminous Bonds. Oh, Time Wipe's gonna be so nice here. I could also do the Blast Zone equals 3. So... I'm actually gonna wait this out. It's considered greedy, but our opponent is at the point where he needs to play additional creature. I want to see a Carnage. Regisaur Alpha, sure, let's resolve that. So he gets a dinosaur with haste. This has trample. I can use Warrant Warden to bounce it, commune with dinosaur, sure. I'm probably gonna just time wipe now. I'm not gonna... Yeah, trashing Brontodon's good. He's gonna get back to Ripjaw Raptor. Yeah, I'll take the damage. I'm not going to waste to settle the wreckage on it. So let's draw cards. Glacial Fortress is good. And I'm not gonna drop any yet. So return Lyra Dawnbringer, wipe the board, and then I have Warrant Warden if he has something quick. He's most likely gonna just play that, crack it, get Ripjaw Raptor back. Yeah, he's gonna do that quickly. Yeah, sure. I'm actually gonna use this to draw a card. I probably don't need small. Okay, Dovin's Acuity. One more land, no. So I'll play Lyra Dawnbringer again with Dovin's Veto back up. I can also just Warrant Warden the Ripjaw Raptor if he decides to swing. Also remember, hold up, settle. If your opponent's playing dinosaurs, he probably has Carnage Tyrant. I probably would not play dinosaurs without Carnage Tyrant. Ripjaw number 2. So I'm probably gonna just... Yeah, I'm probably just gonna settle. He could swing to draw cards. Now let's take the damage. Okay. So... gonna play Dovin's Acuity first. Okay, play the land. Yeah, I can keep beating him for days. He has to swing with most of his creatures. He can't hold back. He still kind of needs an answer. Well, I could... A Kraul Harpooner would kill Lyra. I read... And Dovin's... Well... But once he might play Carnage Tyrant. In which case I'd be so tempted to hold back. Maybe not. Because I can always just cash these in for Regisaur Alpha, sure. Okay. Okay. Watch the greed settle in. Well, he won't string with Lano or Elves. But I also need to start ticking up Blast Zone, but I can wait on that, I suppose. Also, we just helped our opponent we just helped our opponent's mana, so probably expecting a Banefire soon. So Dovin's Veto might not help against that. It would have helped against Luminous Bonds. Did he just get one land? So he fixed his mana. Okay, we're holding up Blink. Okay, I'm just gonna play Elite Guild Mage. Okay, let's play the Elite Guild Mage. That leaves us with enough mana for Blink. Yeah, I need to hold Blink because I feel like the way our opponent wins is by killing Lyra. We can at least blank that. We're not at the stage where we need to draw a lot of stuff yet. Reckless Rage, so 4 damage to target creature. Okay, sure. Then let's see what his next card is. Deafening Clarion, Dovin's Veto. Yeah, good game. Another Blast Zone. He might have a fog effect, but we'll see. Nope, he doesn't. Well, as much as I like dinosaurs, the right control cards end it. Opponent's slightly unfortunate on that end. I'm really thinking of going back to having 3 time wipes at this point. Clear the Mind as a one-off. That probably should be in the sideboard. Well, I already have 2. The problem is when you run into control matchups, cards like Time Wipe do nothing. Okay. So definitely gonna try to play the post deploy to buy some time. Oh, this is a different kind. So So Dovin Hand of Control is gonna hurt our opponent here. Okay. So pass. Shame we don't. So countering the spell won't hurt the triggers. Actually, we could use this one to nerf Electrostatic Field. So I'm actually gonna use the post deploy now to tap this. Let's start drawing cards. Okay, Warrant Warden, that's a good choice. Yeah, I used to run a version with Electrostatic Field. In the end, it wasn't turning out so great. Need a second white mana source. Well, we do have a second white mana source already. So I'm gonna play Dovin. I'm gonna nuke the Electrostatic Field.
Perfection is unattainable, so stop trying.
Next turn, I might. I actually remembered seeing this deck. Someone posted this deck list, so I need to remember. Okay, there's our Ixalan's Binding target. I was about to say, what could I buy? Gains haste. He'll use it to nuke Dovin, which is a good call. Actually, it also means that Dovin just saved me 4 damage, so I'm okay with that.
I am beat.
So, Excellence Binding, Rekindling Phoenix. Next turn, we probably revitalize. Hold up. I believe this deck. Yeah, no, this deck has lots of instant sorceries. Another issue with, well, Time Wipe, still okay. They still have to run some sort of creatures. So go down to 10. Okay, we can... I think Hallowed Fountain, enter tapped. Draw a card. Okay, really needed that. That's okay. So we can Warrant Warden any fast attacker. Lightning Strike, so take quite a bit of damage, but opponent's not about to run out of cards. Revitalize again. Settle the Wreckage doesn't work here. I'm gonna actually start ticking this guy up. This one deals only to opponents, so he has to throw 2 direct burn spells at Teferi. In which case, I'll then cast Warden at instant end of turn. I can also Blast Zone for X equals 2 to finally get rid of electricity. Okay, we'll probably do X equals 3. Or...
This might be a bad idea.
Or just wipe it now. Our opponent's down to 2 cards already. It's about to get stranded. Yeah, opponent sees the writing on the wall. Well, he didn't see, but he already has an idea. I kind of got him locked down. So finally, a good matchup against Mono Red. Took 2 bad plays, but we kind of got there. I was actually still haven't run into control yet. Still kind of, but I'm really scared to run into it at this point. So this is keepable. You actually want to see, you want to see enough lands. Generally, should probably open on blue. Yeah, that really need that time wipe now. Well, at least we got enough guard mages to draw us. We're gonna draw 4 cards deep. Opponent's gonna empty their hand, so as long as they can draw into a good settle. Blast Zone works too. In fact, what I probably will do is save the Blast Zone for last. Perfect. Unfortunately, if our opponent plays Legion's Landing now, we're never going to get rid of it. I'm actually hoping our opponent plays Benelish Marshall. Venerated Loxodon. Oh, that's good too. I only have to deal with a 4/4. Well, he still has 2 1/1s. He'll start gaining a little life in the process. We need to start drawing cards now. Ooh, that's well, not quite. Guard Mage can block the tokens at least. So draw a card. Yeah, we're literally trying to draw into this. We might be able to just radical idea Dovin's Acuity next turn. Depends on what our opponent has, but we are trying to draw deep. I'll be surprised if our opponent has Pump. Usually this deck doesn't run Pump. Now, next turn we have to legitimately block something else. Ixalan's binding. Need to save that for next turn, so I need another body. I could blink something, but he just casts it again. So let's see, where are the good blink candidates? Venerated Loxodon's a good blink candidate. Sure, he buffs his other stuff, but they get tapped on for a turn. That's all I need. So I'm gonna tap. Get back Dovin Security. Run Dovin Security. So there's the time wipe. Now we need to find a way to survive. So we have to so no attacks. We definitely have to treat. If you play Johnny, so he plays the 4, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have to. Okay. Oh, he's not attacking. You should attack with everything there. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could block this one just to kill it. No, that's... Unfortunately, I have to block something big. So I'm gonna take all the damage. Okay, play island. Play the time wipe. So history Benalia, yeah. Opponent needs to buy something back. I have enough mana to, yeah. This might be a, sure, we managed to wipe like what, 1, 2, 3. Okay, drew another land. So this lets us play a 4 and a 3. Okay, have to play this one first. The post deploy allows me to tap. So that's something. I'm actually gonna hold it back. This is probably something I should hold when Benalia takes down. If he... Okay. Draw a card. Lyra Dawnbringer. That gains us some life back. Preferred another. I have options now. So it's. He swings with that. Probably should block with that. So you can cast Venerated Loxodon and tap these two down, buff them. In which case I can depose deploy for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Okay, here's the thing with Lyra. Let's say he attacks. I block, I gain 5, I go up to 10. Opponent then deals 4, 8, 9, 10. I will die. I have to play another. I have to play another Elite Guild Mage. Okay, there's the settle I need. I'll save that for next turn. Then I'm gonna use the post deploy again to probably tap something big. I'm gonna take. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can choose to attack. I can choose to block. Use Face Venerated, Loxodon. It's probably not gonna swing for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's one mean way. I'm not gonna do it just yet. Okay, I'm gonna Excellence Binding. I'm gonna Excellence Binding at Johnny.
I am sorry. I must go.
This buys me one combat turn. I'm pretty sure our opponent is only gonna swing with one creature. He's not dumb enough to swing with all. Okay, swung with 2. That's okay, because I have the Lyra. So 4, 8, 9. So I can play Lyra. I can Radical. Blast Zone. That's also an option. But I'm going to play Lyra first. Wait. Because I can Lyra now, just kill the Snubhorn Sentry. Problem. Yeah, because Radical Idea doesn't do anything for me. I'm just gonna pass the turn here. He doesn't have the Conclave Tribunal. So I need to start building up my life total again. So Radical Idea. Return Dovin Security to hand. Teferi Time Bender. Yeah. He sees I have the lock. Well, he has an idea that I have the lock of sorts. Yeah, managed to. So far doing quite well. Managed to keep coming back a bit. Though I'll be honest, that last game was still very tense. Oh man. So yeah, this is a good keep. Revitalize Dovin Security. We can Time Raveler something as an emergency. Settle the Wreckage. Let's see. Okay, Mono Red, good. I'll admit, it's very weird. I'm starting to say good when I see Mono Red. I did lose to 2 Mono Reds already, but we more or less have the mana to keep up with the Joneses. Pyromancer, okay, standard. Also means Settle the Wreckage is kinda decent. Okay, there's a first shot. I cleared the mind. Haven't gotten into Kefnet. It'd be nice if I could do Kefnet into these things. Okay, take the tree. Let's see what our opponent starts shooting at us with. We're not out of the woods yet. We really need the 4th mana. Okay, good. I'll just cast the Revitalize now. Okay, good. We got 4 mana. So we're gonna take quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure if we'll survive long enough. Okay. Wander is a good way to dodge it, but I might have to settle. Depends on our opponent plays. If he plays another Gutter Snipe, okay, we're running settle. Which is awfully strange. It's also awfully telegraphed at this point. If our opponent tries to kill us with spells, yeah, we might not make it. Okay, down to 5, 7. Oh. Come on. No discipline! We could still lose though. So next turn, Elite Guild Mage, get us out of this dangerous life total. Actually, I could also just play Wanderer, force our opponent to play creatures. Skewer, okay, it's down to 4. Yeah, I'm gonna play Wanderer first. That's the. So that means he has to hit me with creatures. Arclight Phoenix. Oh, that's a creature. Oh, he actually does he have another? Oh, he doesn't have the other Arclight Phoenix. I can't Teferi Time Raveler it. I will need to play Elite Guard Mage. He's actually gonna go for the Wanderer, which is perfectly fine too. It does mean he still needs to hit with a creature. Burn spells will not hit Wanderer. So, sorry, Skill Gate, Elite Guild Mage. 4 and 2. Also protected by the Wanderer. So, if there's a question why the Wanderer is there, it's specifically for this matchup. Gutter Snipe, okay. He still can't throw Burn. Well, he can throw Burn. It prevents all non-combat damage, so the Gutter Snipe's effect will also not work. Lava Coil. Nope, non-combat damage. Non-combat damage. So, Elite Guild Mage. He's gonna try swing it. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, he figured I was gonna catch up after he wasted the burn spells. Yeah, he forgot about the non-combat damage clause. Yeah, good choice. So I'm already very happy with the way this deck is going. This was 1 mono white matchup, 2 mono red matchups, and the second mono red matchup. Okay, maybe the Gutter Snipe is non-traditional. Well, I've lost to the traditional mono red, the one with the Wizard's Lightnings. Okay, so card draw. Really wish it was Revitalize. Clear the Minds. Yeah, sure. Definitely turn 1 Guild Gate, turn 2 Plains. I still think it's a bit iffy, but yeah. Play what you're comfortable with. Okay, now we're probably going to lose a card to Thought Erasure. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, not yet. Okay, we'll lose it next turn. Okay, Blast Zone. So play Blast Zone. Play Teferi now. Tick up.
Oh, I've done the hero.
So this time, so as long as Teferi's here, our opponent can't counter stuff. I may need to hold. Okay, I may need to hold 2 blue mana. Harder Veils. So he's gonna tick that one down. I'm gonna just use Ixalan's Binding to get out of the way. Though I'm pretty sure our opponent has better targets. Dovin's Veto. Yeah, I'm gonna use Ixalan's Binding now while the Dovin's Veto is still not live. Wanderer, not so great in this matchup.
I was not prepared for this.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Opponent's forced to be proactive at this point. He's probably gonna kill Ixalan's Binding with Mortify. You still run more. Oh, he's got his own. Okay, he will bounce this back just to get Lars set, which is fair.
That's more like it.
Then I can use this one to nuke Teferi instead. No, I'm independent of the card draw.
Meditate and prepare.
Opponent's also looking for another land so that he can hold up. Oh, he didn't get the. Does he have another? No, he didn't have the other land. So his Dovin's Veto is stranded. Choices, choices. Need to think this through. Because if I Excellence Binding, he will tick this up eventually. I can shoot. I can start ticking. No, I want to keep my Teferi.
Don't worry, I got this.
I'm gonna hit Nars. I'm gonna hit Narset as much as possible, though. He doesn't have a good Elder Spell target yet. That's what scares me. Because, well, thankfully it's not Nicol Bolas Dragon God, but it could still be Liliana. He's almost getting there. So I really need to hold up Blink of an Eye. Wanderer does not hit destroy effects. Elder Spell targeting... yeah, sure. So he buffs this, he's gonna sack this, bounce Excellence Binding again. But this time he will have the mana to counter. So I might actually just play Clear the Mind just to get to... oh, no he's not, he's ticking it up.
Let's try this.
Probably gonna just take damage from the Hallowed Fountain. It's not... yeah, that's not how I'm gonna lose. Okay, I'm gonna play another Teferi Time Raveler. Force him to use the Dovin's Veto. I need to get it out of his hand. Okay, that goes. Resolve. And let's clear the mind. I clear my mind. Get Dovin's Acuity instead. Really could use a second copy of this. But I think it's too excessive. Actually, now that he's bounced this off, my next plan is to just tick up Blast Zone, nuke these two. He's gotten a lot of card advantage though. I need one more land so that I can hold up Blink. Oh, Ugin the Ineffable. Does he have a 6 land? Oh, the nice thing is, it'll take him a while to tick up Teferi again. This is his... okay, he's playing it tapped also. Fairy Hero Dominaria, of course.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Now this is the scary part. I know I have to hold... oh. Yeah, this is where I wanted single combat. Come on, fix that bug. Okay, Elite Guild Mage, so we got 2, 4... I need to nuke these 3 first. I can't just... I probably will just play this though. I don't draw the cards, but I do get the life gain. That's okay. But more importantly, I have something I can swing at Teferi. Or something to distract our opponent's Ugin. Something. Yeah, this is also the one... opponent taking this down, probably saying that they have another Narset. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, we are going to lose this matchup here. Opponent is even gonna hold on to... yeah, we stalled out a bit on lands, that was a problem. We get the Ineffable, sure. Thankfully, well, he's gonna get mana to cast Hot Erasure. Come on, minus. First target's gonna be Ugin. So, oh, I forgot. Then he uses the Thought Erasure to get rid of Excellence Binding. Okay, I forgot. I can't hold up Blink while Teferi is still around. We need to put the counters on this. I overthought it. It was wrong. Yes. So let's say I play Dovin Security, draws me a card. Hopefully it draws me into a land, but that's only ticks it up 1 counter. I need to draw a land so that I can tick this up 2 counters. And blink of an eye, something annoying like say Teferi. Basically just force our opponent to use up all their mana on something. Not gonna bounce any of the 3 CC guys. I think our opponent DC'd. Our opponent's definitely winning. There's no reason for our opponent to rope us or just some burn timers. Our opponent definitely DC'd. He'll be back soon. Okay. There's so many issues to think about. Yeah. At least I know okay, opponent's back. Shows his lands. So, gonna Taunt Erasure now? I probably would drop Oath of Kaya. Okay, he held on upkeep, which means he's gonna do the Taunt Erasure now. He's gonna get rid of Ixalan's Binding. Probably not Wanderer. It's Wanderer's a dead card. Blink is plausible. Dovin Security is also plausible because that's a card draw engine. Okay, got rid of Ixalan's Binding. Yeah, could have used yeah, maybe I should have held off on the clear the mine. Okay, Dovin Hand of Control, not what I was looking for. Not the best move, but it's literally the only move I've got at this point. Yeah. I can bounce the token with Blink, but I'd rather just wait for the time wipe. Problem is now I have to deal with I might have to bounce the Teferi.
Here goes nothing.
We're not exactly. The nice thing is we are playing a few creatures. Oh.
I am the master here.
If he had another Elder spell, we're definitely dead no matter what. Okay.
Rise and shine.
Yeah. I do have another Blast Zone, but taking it up to 6 is a pipe dream at this point. Okay. And yeah, this deck is yeah, I really need to figure out the anti-control matchup. Probably just toss in more counter spells. Basically, the creatures I put in might not be the best choice. Yeah, see our opponent's dumping cast downs. So kind of. So got a radical idea. So I'm gonna crack this first.
We will meet again.
Nah. Nope, you know what? There's still... Yeah, it's only a matter of time before one of these ticks up. I have no way to stop either of them. Currently our opponent's not... doesn't exactly have that benefit yet either. Yeah. So I'm just asking Wizards to please fix the single combat bug. It's literally the one bug that I'm they have another. Yeah.
My prowess is unmatched by my fears.
I would not be surprised if Core 2020 had a way to make non-creature spells more expensive. Actually, we kind of do. Okay, so our opponent's definitely gonna emblem this up. Very time wrap. Yeah.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Well, all planeswalker seems to be a thing. I know many people are kind of sick of it at this point, but it's something that you kind of have to expect. The good news is the aggro decks are generally fast enough that they won't be able to dirtle into this. Yeah, that's just good game. I literally have no... I'm literally just gaining life. There's no outs. Basically, Liliana takes down and it's over. So, to think that we started at 2 losses and we were and I was ready to start another run. 4 wins is not too bad. Granted, I don't have the anti-control matchup set up. I really think you might have to play Esper at that point. Cards like basically Thought Erasure is really the anti-control card that you want. Yeah. And you get to see me crack this open for the second time, so yeah, let's claim that one. So there you go. That's it for this episode, the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. I already experienced a single combat bug. I'm waiting for Wizards to work on it. Are there any other bugs that you kind of that you want to have fixed? Probably let us know in the comments. Any bugs you have experienced, want to call out on. That said, I'm probably videos might be a little bit delayed for this week. Again, I won't say why, but yeah, everything should be back to normal afterwards. That said, until then, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care.